Alright guys, now that pulled off the KLR 650, I want to look at this, how it's holding up over time. I haven't gotten a chance to really ride this, and today is not a perfect day for riding, but one of the things that I don't like about this bike is the fairing. For this sort of temperature, it's good to have a fairing. And it's a very temperamental carbureted bike, so often it takes me like 20 minutes in order for it to really warm up and become smooth, because otherwise it's just, you want to give it gas and it wants to die. But I also believe I have to remove the carb and clean it. It's really slim. Look at that. Very slim looking bike. Interesting thing about this bike is the 18-inch tires. That's really massive. That's a very smooth ride on those 18-inch wheels. V-twin, it's in really good shape. It rides well. The reason for this crease here is the foam underneath is a little damaged, so that's why it's creasing. The shocks, yeah, there's a little bit of rust, but I don't think I'm going to replace those. And the tires, I did look into tires. There's very inexpensive tires that I have coming, so I'll be putting them on. But I love this bike. This is probably like one of my favorite historic bikes that I've worked on. And I think I did a pretty decent job on it. It looks really good. And of course, the big benefit of this is that beautiful shaft drive. Very, very low maintenance, and I really like that. And of course, I changed all of these lines and stuff. I'm still having some issues with the speedometer now. I want to start it for you guys. And of course, the key here is so annoying, just twisted. That's the first time I've started it in a few days. Actually, probably a week or so. So if you guys remember, you can watch my old videos of this bike, the process. This was an intense process. I got a new brake master cylinder. I got new blinkers. I got there's new coolant in there, new shaft drive change, new battery, new oil filter and oil, new carburetor. And I mean, I really went to town with it. I had to get the steel braided brake line going. It's become quite a process, but it's a really awesome bike. And this is a very interesting color. It might look blue, it might look black, but it's blue. It's a very dark blue. Very simple bike. You got your high beams. Let me see if I can turn the very cold-blooded. It's a very cold-blooded bike, but it does need still some work. This is the kind of bike that you get and you tinker with it for quite some time, because it does require, it's still a little cold, so I'm going to give it a little bit more. It's a very cold-blooded bike, and I think the only way I'll really ride this is by waiting until spring or something, or a nice day that's not all bad. In the beginning, there is a little bit of condensation that's in the exhaust, as you can see. But I haven't started the bike in such a long time that it just, after a while, it just disappears. But very good bike. And it's got a massive rotor up front. See if my headlights work. Blinkers should work, but because of their LEDs, they do not work as intended. Yeah, I need to get a way to stop the bike from, I guess, transmitting as much power with the LEDs. This is the old carb from the Honda Ascot VT500, and this one was in the worst shape I've ever seen a carburetor. So I don't even know if it's usable, but there are parts, the diaphragms and stuff. So I can still use that in case the other one breaks, but now I just have it here. I need to put it together, just put it in a box. So there we go. Now the bike is idling, and you see there's no more smoke, and it's idling really well. Well, my bad. So that's really why I was dying, because I had the fuel. So you can see, like, the bike is just, and it's not smoking. It's just a little bit of smoke on startup. I mean, it is from 1983. So now I'm gonna turn off the fuel. And this is the way I like to store the bike. If I don't ride it for a while, I'll just turn off the fuel and just let it run. And check this out. This is a 2017, and it still has the fuel petcock. And that is the Honda Ascot from 1983. I think I'm ready for a new project, so I don't know. I think I'm going to see if I can sell it in the spring. It'll definitely sell. This bike is worth quite a bit of money, and it's an awesome bike, and I think I'll regret selling it, but I think I want another project. You know, my garage is packed, so unfortunately that's kind of like what I have to do, buy and sell. Kind of stuck here. The cops won't bother me.